We're very pleased to be joined via Skype by our good friend Stacey Allaster, longtime tennis executive, and in her first year as the U.S. Open tournament director. Stacey, good morning to you. How's life in the bubble?
Brett.
How's bubble life?
Day 17 in our U.S. Open, and now that with the Western Southern Open completed, we move on with all eyes on this 2020 historic Grand Slam.
By most measures, the bubble has been very effective, but we did have news yesterday of a positive test. The Frenchman Benoit Paire was immediately withdrawn from the U.S. Open. My question this morning is about the people, players and staff who've been in contact with Paire. We've heard a bunch of players' names from Gasquet to Roger Vasselin to Barrère. What happens to them as you go through the contact tracing process? Are they allowed to stick around, or will they also be withdrawn?
So I think what's really important that all of the safety and the medical health protocols that have been approved by the state and now are being implemented and overseen by the U.S. Open medical team are all been executed exactly the way that we had intended. Everyone remains safe. Obviously, with more than 33,500 individuals in our Tier 1 and Tier 2 bubble, we anticipated that we would have some positive tests. We're blessed that it's only two too many. But I can say that the two individuals that did have positive tests have been well looked after. Now we move into this athlete and taking care of that person. Contact tracing has been executed, decisions have been made, and we're continuing on to have those individuals in the competition based on the medical science and all of those facts. And they will be in the competition starting this morning.
Okay, good. So those players are still allowed to participate. We talked on a call earlier this week about the various protocols, and they are extensive, and it would take all morning to discuss them, that you've put in place to make this tournament happen. But it must be said that the protocols are only as effective as the people who obey them or don't obey them. How would you say the players and the other people inside the bubble have done obeying the protocol so far?
I think everyone's done a fantastic job. And there's been a sense of community from day one and responsibility. Both tours did an excellent job educating the athletes and their support team members prior to coming into the Western Southern Open and U.S. Open bubbles. And, we're day 17. And the key to all of it, as we've talked, it's the mask at all times and keeping the distance. And that is, we're steadfast with it. It's a new way of life, socializing. But when we only have two positive tests, again, too many, it shows that the testing's working and also the masking and the physical distancing.
It takes a lot to change the topic at this U.S. Open from the pandemic, but that happened last week when play was canceled at the Western and Southern Open, both tours for the day in observance of the racial justice protests that were going on around the country. Obviously, Naomi Osaka was the catalyst for this, but the USTA played a significant role. What behind the scenes was the USTA's thinking and participation in this?
Sure. Well, as we saw things unfold with the other professional sports and professional athletes, we were in the midst of talking about what we were going to do. And as you know, Brett, and you will talk about the U.S. Open's Be Open campaign and the USTA's commitment to social justice and racial inequality. But on that moment, we were talking about what our plans were going to be. We got the call from Naomi's agent. Within 20 minutes, we had Steve Simon on the phone and Massimo from the ATP leadership and Mike Dowse. And it was the quickest decision tennis ever made. And we were in unison that we were going to postpone play, take a day of reflection, support the other professional athletes and all athletes that are using their voice to advocate loudly for equality and social justice.
So much more to talk about, but I know you've got to get out and get day one going. So, Stacey, from all of us at Tennis Channel, wishing you a successful and most of all safe 2 weeks at the U.S. Open.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Stacey. Stacey Allaster, the tournament director on day one of the tournament. We will